Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Summoner's War Chronicles Monster Spotlight. Today we have Alan the Water Vagabond. He is given to you by the game, and they do have you work on him a little bit, but I feel like he might be going a little unnoticed. Diving into his kit, on his basic attack, if he is attacking somebody that is provoked, he has a 70% chance at max and 50% chance minimum to actually start stripping their buffs one by one with each attack. That's off his basic attack. So granted, while that's not guaranteed, if he's got a bit of attack speed behind him, whether he's doing the damage or not, as he is a tank, he is still, getting in there and getting those buffs stripped. So having somebody on the team, be it your summoner Cleef or another tank such as Namib or Sahara or Kugo, having that enemy provoked, and the longer he's provoked, the more chances he has to get in there and take away those benefits, such as Endure on Shurekli. Um, his A1, yeah, I'm having a total brain fart here. Whole train of thought just right down the brain. He attacks twice based on the maximum HP of himself and his attack power. Being that he is a tank, I wouldn't put a whole lot of attack on him to begin with because you're looking for him to sit there and take the hits, and trying to gear him for damage does take away from that. He can also apply defense down, being anywhere from a 70% rate to an 82% rate. Each hit has the chance to apply that, though, so more often than not, guaranteed almost at least one hit to apply that defense down. His A2 actually does have the provoke, and that's where my train of thought went, was because I thought it was on his A1, and that tripped me all sorts of ways. So his A2 has the provoke. At max level, it lasts for 11 seconds. At first level, it's 7 seconds. He does, again, based off his maximum HP and his attack for damage. And if he's below 30%, he applies defense up to himself. Moving on to his final ability, if he's below 30% HP, he gets damage reduction for anywhere from 15 to 25%. So he'll be able to stay in there just a little bit longer as he's dying, take a couple extra hits, so that you have that extra chance or two to get in there and get him some healing and keep him alive. As I already said about his rune, sort of, is that I wouldn't exactly stack a whole lot of attack on him, as you're not looking to deal the damage with him specifically. His kit makes him revolve around being up at the front lines and taking the hits, so you would mostly want to stack defense and HP in there, which will help his damage a little bit, but as you saw from the ratios and the skill breakdown, that it's mostly off his attack that he's going to do the damage. I would still recommend putting attack speed on him, just for the pure and simple fact of the enemy's provoked, you're trying to take debuffs, or you're trying to take buffs, not debuffs, off of him with his basic attack, and attack speed is going to highly affect that. Would not worry about crit rate or damage, would worry about accuracy for the buff stripping and the provoking, and maybe some evasion in there, definitely precision, because again, that basic attack has to hit in order to apply the buff strip or the provoke. So that being said, the rune sets I would go with, I would actually be more inclined to put a Swift and Guard or a Swift and Energy on him, or even Swift Foresight, just to make sure that he gets that attack speed in there and you can strip as many buffs as possible before they have a chance to really do anything with them. I'd use him. He's a tank, so he's got a lot of applicable uses. A particularly nice one would be in Lab of Madness for that Endure. He won't suffer an affinity loss, being that Shurekli or Shockerly, or however the hell you say his name, is water as well. So while you don't get the bonus that you would from a wind tank, you're solving two problems in one, being that he is a tank and he is a stripper, and he won't suffer an affinity loss. So, but being that he is a tank, he has a lot of applicable uses, especially as a stripping tank. So he's generally good just about anywhere almost. The Forgotten Shrine, kind of golem looking like boss, the giant knight thing. Forgotten something or other shrine. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's the Fire Dungeon. Is another place that he would be a great use in, because he gets the affinity bonus. He strips down that defense and that attack, and he's a tank, so he can provoke and keep the enemy right there on him. That's all I've got for you today. Remember, if you like the video, let me know. Also, be sure to let me know in the comments who you'd like to see next, and if you want to help support the channel and help me get those monsters in the future, if I don't already have them. My PayPal's in the description, and you can also catch me live messing around with various champs on stream on Twitch. Link in the description below. Until I see you next, y'all have a great night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be, and I will catch you tomorrow.